My grandmother used to sing me a song about John Brown's yard. She held him in pretty high regard. She was also very fond of Abraham, Martin, and the other John, JFK. No matter the fictional claim about what any of these men did, right or wrong, in their lifetime, they all have something in common. Each one of them were killed for standing up for what is right and good for all mankind, or so it seems. In every case, their enemies were greedy folks with low standards and no morals, willing to throw society under the bus to hold on to ill-gotten gains and maintain some form of selfish, preferential treatment. Basically greed. I mean, standing up for what's right when it's most inconvenient is completely unacceptable behavior in these United States of America. Seems to have been that way throughout human history, even before America. I guess every man has a price for his soul. I had a bucket list of places I'd wanted to visit, and it was important that I set foot in as many of these places where these men lived and or gave their lives for good reason. One, to show gratitude and honor them. And also, somehow, just walking the ground where these events took place makes them seem real somehow. It's like putting a face to a name. So far, I have visited the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Lincoln's Home and Tomb in Springfield, Illinois, Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas, John Brown's farm and grave in North Elba, New York, Fort Sumter, South Carolina, where the Civil War first shot was fired, and on this particular day, Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, the site of the raid on the arsenal with John Brown and his men in an attempt to arm slaves in the fight for freedom in America. I have always had a special place in my heart for John Brown. He was a hero in the true sense of the word for as long as I can remember. Harpers Ferry is located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, and it borders Maryland to the north and Virginia to the south. In 1850, the population of Harpers Ferry peaked at 1,747 and has continuously declined to the most recent census count of 269 people. Unearthed artifacts show that indigenous people lived on what is now Harpers Ferry as far back as 1200 BC. As far as how Harpers Ferry got its name, a European squatter named Peter Stevens took residence along the riverbank in 1732. He later sold his quote-unquote squatter's rights to Robert Harper, who built a ferry to carry people and supplies across both sides of the Potomac for a fee. Thus the name Harpers Ferry, named after Robert Harper. At the end of the First Civil War, a Storer College was opened for newly freed slaves. That college closed in 1955. In 1944, at the end of World War II, the town of Harpers Ferry was added as a national park and remains one today. We are truly blessed to live in a nation where our government is honest enough to preserve the very unflattering places and events that form this country. next time.